Some damn fools get me killed. Dark Ravine, 36. There we go. You guys can still see me online, I assume, because I'm still connected on the phone to the chat, so... bizarre. I hear someone was trying to DDoS the Blizzard servers at one point. You know, because people can't find anything better to do. So maybe they're still having problems with that. Some service attacks. All right, on the Sunday. I'm glad I wasn't playing over the weekend then. But yeah, I'll never understand the kind of person that's like behind those sort of things. Like, what are you doing that for exactly? And I don't think the answer's anything logical. Wow, 2 Paragon points in such a short span of time. I think I'll go for these big stat points. But yeah, what was I saying? Oh yeah, you just gotta really enjoy repeating content. It's a bit more like dungeons, which I know you're not too keen on in World of Warcraft. Like, if you'd done more Mythic Dungeons, I'd definitely have something to compare this a bit more to. Yeah. I mean, it's not like every single arena is a completely fresh and new experience. In a lot of ways, when you repeatedly join for PvP arenas in World of Warcraft, you're getting kind of the same thing. Now, those lightning bolts are like all of my health now. I gotta start treating some of these dungeon mechanics with a little bit more respect, I think. I really like arenas though. I mean, it is different enough every time, and it is kind of cool to fight against players because they do different things, which makes it interesting. What I didn't like was the current story. As I've mentioned many times, what on earth has happened to World of Warcraft's story? It is bizarre, the route that they've gone down, compared to not that many years ago when it was fun. I should be drinking a potion for experience. I'm glad you noticed that. I'm not always looking at the buff bar. Here we go. Let's have some more experience from demons and 20% additional damage at them. Oops. Wasn't meant to click the letter. Yeah. Maybe. I would never say never to do it more World of Warcraft, but like, I don't know, I'd need some kind of indication that the story is completely and utterly changed. Which I doubt is going to happen. I find that whenever I open like the Battle.net launcher each day, they are constantly begging me to come back to World of Warcraft with various different schemes, offer experience boosts and everything else. It seems like maybe they're losing a lot of World of Warcraft people right now. Oh no, damn lightning thing. Glad I got all those evade charges. But I definitely like the story in this. I would actually play through the story again on a few more characters, I think. I kind of like how they don't lock you out of like which sort of act area to go to as well. You've got sort of 3 acts from what I remember that you were running simultaneously. That I don't think you needed to complete Act 1, 2 or 3 in any particular order. They all kind of met up at the same place. But I think from Act 4 onwards, you know, you might need to have done all of the previous acts. And that was good. Because the main problem with these things where you had to go through the acts in order is that you'd go through the same locations in order, and that got a bit dull. This is a lot more free to go where you like, which makes it visually a lot more interesting. So yeah, if you brought the game, I'd definitely like to do story mode again, as you would have to do with someone who'd only just started, and yeah, we could have a good wander around again. I could have a good laugh at different bits of the story that they give you clues early on as to what's going to happen, but you don't really know if it's going to pan out until you get there later on. Well, you know, it's just, if you do, I'm not saying to go out and buy it, because that's the only reason. I mean, like I said, even if you didn't want to give it a go, I think I'd play through the story again a few more times. I'm totally happy with my purchase that I didn't purchase. I think throwing away all my WoW gold to get Diablo 4 for free, with all those years of subscription to World of Warcraft, was a sound plan, a solid choice. You don't even have to go out? Really? This soul event, I quite like this one. I think we can win this. Yeah, I like it when this mob is the one with the extra icon on them. It's quite an easy mob. Is he going to turn into a boss? He did. Last time I won the event and he didn't turn into a boss, and I was very disappointed. No, no, no. I'm alive! Hooray! Oh god, I don't have room for all these maps. Stop giving me so many maps. Oh wow, that's kind of convenient. Still, you know, maybe not. Work's supposed to be taken very seriously.
This I can sell. I thank you. Goodbye then.
Oh wow, back up to 35 million gold. Hooray! Yeah, I do have the comparison tooltip up, I think, at the moment. I'll just check. Oh no, of course I can't without a secondary item. Oh, here we go. Maybe this will do it. Nope. You even need 2 rings on before you can do the comparison thing. But yeah, you can absolutely make the list a little bit smaller. But yeah, I mean it's the same company after all. I'm not too surprised that they make a lot of the same UI decisions. I know one of the lead guys behind Overwatch was one of the guys that had running World of Warcraft for many, many, many years before they swapped him over to that. Hello there. How you doing? Yeah, I definitely think we'll be seeing a lot more crossover. I mean, if an ability's really, really cool in one game, why not have it in the other? I've been told that the Druid loot table is mostly fixed, and I definitely stopped getting quite so much barbarian loot as I used to get. So, yeah, it's quite possible that we're all up and running now and druids actually get druid loot. I did wonder for the longest time why I had so much barbarian stuff when it wasn't anything to do with what I was playing. Yeah, Necromancer's actually pretty good right at the moment. I've seen one person play almost the entire game without any sort of minions or anything, if you decide you don't like the minions. But also you can play with a full set of minions, and that seems to work too. You're level 86 and you have 0 uniques. Wow, what happened with your luck? Like, I can't believe that. I've had like 8 different Mad Wolf's Glees and like 8 different versions of the bear version of that chest. I've got the Fists of Fate on, all sorts of different maces, hammers, and everything else. Wow, that's incredible. I think I've even had like 6 copies of the shape-shifting ring that wants you to take bear and werebear at the same time. Yeah, I mean, I was definitely in the same situation with a lot of barbarian items. I had countless copies of this shield that's about steel and faith or something or other. I don't know, some bizarre shield. Sword, rather, that I didn't really want. Yeah, I couldn't make companions work. I keep trying to make companions work, but I don't feel like they kind of give you enough for the investment. If you dedicate several items to companions and you still don't really get that worth back, that kind of makes me sad.